Are you curious what's coming up in 2025? Well, this channeled message is all about the shifts and changes that will be occurring, but specifically how to navigate these shifts with a sense of empowerment. So there's a channeled message regarding this, and then light language to help integrate these teachings into you without you having to do anything. So just simply receive and be open and trust. After the light language, there's a brief period of silence to help with the integration, and then there's a closing channeled remarks about the teachings. Please feel free to leave any comments, share your thoughts. I would love to hear what you think about this, about the teachings. And until next time, friends, stay curious. The energy of 2025 will be filled with fraught if you choose to receive it in that way. You are always in choice in how you receive, how you respond, how you react, how you avoid. You are always in choice. It may not feel like that. But as this year brings about swift changes, as the currents begin to shift and the tides begin to ebb and flow, you will be seeing shifts and changes within and outside of yourself. Begin to notice the shifts and the changes that you see outside of yourself and within yourself, and how they are reflections of the same. If it is easier to look outside of yourself, allow that to be your entry point of discovery. It is easier for you to look within. Allow that to be your point of entry for understanding what is for you and what is for all. Change is not something to fear. The fear that comes with change is simply the human not wanting to release any sense of control for fear that things may not go their way. But the thing is, what you think you want isn't necessarily what you need. And what you think you might want may not be in your best interest and your greatest, highest potential and good in this incarnation, in this moment in time in your life. So releasing the need, releasing the holding, the grasping of what you think you want, what you think you need, releasing the hold will actually free you to allow what is to flow in and out as you need it, and allowing it to flow out as you no longer need it. That is true empowerment. Not controlling things in the way that you've been taught or the way you think you need to, but truly releasing any attachments, any holding, any grasping. Because when you do this, you just simply put yourself in limitation. You put yourself in a position in which you limit the possibilities. You put yourself in a position in which you limit the level of joy, the level of conscious awareness, the level of freedom, the level of empowerment, the level of love, the level of connection. And yes, you have lives you need to plan, you need to do. Allowing this to come from a place of trust and reception, not a place of egoic thinking, demanding, fear. So as you move into the energy of 2025 as you so deem it to be, reflect upon the reflections that are around you and within you. For notice when you look in the mirror, what is it that you see? What is it that changes each time you look? The reflection is constantly shifting and changing as you and the world and all that there is constantly shifting and changing. So again, to hold on to a reflection that you like, to be in fear of a reflection that you might not like. When you know that it is here and it is gone, there is no need to grasp, for it just creates more pain and suffering the more you try to hold on. So as you look in the mirror, friends, use that as an opportunity to build your confidence and your ability to observe the reflection that is before you, to not see it in a way that makes you feel less than, that makes you feel better than. Do not see it in a way that you call attention to things that you want to change, to things that you are scared of changing. See it as it is. See it in its beauty, see it in its light, see it in its divinity. For that is you in your glory, but that is you seeing yourself in a particular way. And when you can step back and truly see it in all of its glory, in all of its beauty, in all of its love, in all of its light, you can see that in yourself, you can see that in everything. And as you see that in the mirror, you see that in all. Allowing yourself, allowing all that is before you to be a reflection of what is. And noticing the shifts and changes not only in yourself, not only in what's around you, your experiences of them. We spoke about the challenges and spoke of flowers pushing against the soil and blooming. And as that has digested, remember that flowers do this with such ease. Flowers do not consider it a challenge, it is just part of the process. So how you see it, how you perceive it, how you receive it, your perspective, however you want to label it, that will be your experience of it and create your reality of it. Whether or not you realize that you are in the driver's seat of your life. So if you wish to perceive quote-unquote challenges as such, by all means perceive it as such. Allow yourself to learn and grow from the perceived challenges and what that means to be in a state of challenge, to be in a state of being in which you are feeling challenged. Everything truly is an opportunity to grow and to learn, to rise, to fall, to expand, to contract. Again, everyone will see it and receive it in a different way, so do not limit yourself by what it is called. Allow it just to simply be, to be an energetic expression, to be an energetic feeling, to be embodied in that, to allow it just to simply be with not qualifying it in any way. And when you are in a place of allowance, that is when the ease comes. And as you move through things that you may once have thought of as being challenging, you are in a place of flow, in a place of allowance. It comes, you see it. You do what it is that you need to do. And yes, it may not feel pleasant. And you understand that those are opportunities to notice the reflection before you and within you, to allow you to see yourself and all that there is through a even broader lens, expanding your awareness of what is, taking in more and more of your understanding, knowing that in human form you cannot possibly perceive of everything that there is. You can always expand your awareness to see, to feel, to be present to be embodied by, as, and through all that there is. And so as this calendar year comes to an end and a new one flows in, remember that it is every moment flows in and flows out. If you try to hold on to a moment, if you try to hold on to a second, it is very hard, no. And if it is very hard to do that in a moment and a second, then doesn't that mean it is very hard to do in general? So what are you holding on to? What are you holding on to that is actually creating suffering, whether or not you realize it consciously or not? What is it in your life that you're holding on to physically, emotionally, historically, sensorially, somatically? What beliefs, what lenses in which you see yourself and the world are you holding on to so tightly that you're not able to see the truth within and the truth with all? Loosen your grip, friends. Be in allowance, be in reception, be in the flow of what is and the shifts and changes that may come in time as they come, my friends. Do they not? They always have, and they will as long as they are needed. You are in the driver's seat of your own life. So how do you wish to move forward? How do you wish to experience, to embody, to be? That's not necessarily an easy question and not necessarily a question that you will have an answer to, for it will constantly be changing. So do not think of it in words, do not think of it as finite. It is an ongoing presence and awareness that allows you to simply just be, moving in and out of what happens to you, for you, by you, in a way that helps you to deepen and broaden your level of awareness of your own consciousness and the consciousness of all. This is not a new teaching, this is not a new story. But as each year brings about different experiences, it may feel different, it may be received in a new way as the consciousness rises and expands. So notice things that you thought you couldn't do or wouldn't do. Are you in reception to them in a new way? Are you releasing things that you once held on to? None of this is anything that you have to do or that you should do. All of this should be information that you allow in your own energetic field to be received and processed and embodied and experienced in a way that serves you at this time, knowing that each moment is, though all time, every moment here is anew. So every moment you are new, not tied down by things of the past. What if every moment was, as you say, a clean slate? There is no need, there is no space to hold on to shame, to hold on to guilt. It is not justification to wrong yourself or to wrong others. And as you move into this energetic vibration of understanding and being, there is no need, there is no desire to do that, to harm oneself, to harm others. As you harm others, you harm yourself. As you harm yourself, you harm others. And that expands beyond just the human form, friends. Causing harm to yourself, causing harm to others, to the planet, to animals, to nature, to the air, to the soil. When you move into that place of oneness, of allowance, you are in reception and allowance of all, and in harmony with all. So again, remember, allow the reflection in you and around you, whatever feels most accessible for you, allow that to help guide you, to help teach you, remembering that the people in your life are your teachers. You are your own teacher, not to pass, not to fail, not to belittle, not to pressure, not to put on a pedestal, to simply learn and grow, to learn and grow. As the energies shift and change, you shift and change, and all shifts and changes. I hope you're seeing a pattern here that all is connected. To allow yourself to move into this new calendar year exactly as you need to. Don't put upon any grasping as to what you need to do because you think you do, or because everyone else is doing it, or because you should, or because you haven't yet, or because you have every year. Truly, truly get quiet and understand, what is it that I need? And if you are not sure, whatever you have is what you need when you need it. So it is not something that you need to figure out. As long as you are open and receptive to the reflections in you and around you, you are exactly aware of what you need and when you need it. And this brings a level of acceptance to everything that you have when you need it. This comes with the quote-unquote good and the quote-unquote bad. I do not like to use qualifiers, as again that creates a sense of duality and a sense of judgment that is not necessary and is not needed and distracts from your own personal growth and the growth of all, the expansion, the liberation of all. And so we leave you now with light language to help in the allowance and the reception and the embodiment and the integration and the being of these teachings, of what you already know. You know all of this. It's just simply a matter of remembering, of allowing yourself to remember, of being in remembrance. Allow and receive. Be. Embody. Trayamaya Oyashaturiyam Yakata. Horaya. Goraya Dayamaya Kashatiyam Nyayakati. Geraya Kataya Dramiraya Mirakatoria Shataya Ziam Yakatya. Doraya Miyakashatuya. Goraya Naya Rakatoria Mirashatya Myaya.
Derayam maya katuria. Dorayam maya shataram yakatya kata. Tetayam yakata. Tatayam yakata. Gurayata tiaya shatiayam yakatya. Deraya kurayamya. Guraya kuraya. Horayata. Horayata. Hushutu, hushutu, hushutu. Laranam mirayakataya, Laranam mirayakata, Larayam mirakatorim mirishkataya mirakatya katya, Goray kataya miyakashatya, Derayam mayrayam mayakaturia mirakaturia manikaturia, Nerayam mirakaturia, Gram mirakaturia, Gresh katayra kutura yakatura yakatura. Tetairam mirashkoturia mirakaturia. Erayam miyakaturia katairia shati. Girakataira kamurekata. Goraya mirakatari murekashkatia yakata. Gorakataya uria. Oria. Oria niam mirakshatia yakata. Eshkatia yakata. Eshkatia yakata.
Allow yourself to simply be with the frequencies. Stay in a place of silence for as long as you need. Remain as much as you can in a place of reception and allowance, knowing it will come in time. Allow yourself to be. For you are, and all is. And when there is an acceptance in that, there is a freedom. There is a freedom in the allowing of everything just simply to be. To be in a state of love, to be in a state of being. As you allow things to be, you get to experience it all from a place of knowing and of oneness. Knowing and understanding that you have everything you need exactly when you need it. Frees you from the grasping and the holding. Frees you to be in a place of empowered freedom. Take as much or as little of this as you can hold and receive, knowing you can return at any time, knowing it will shift and change as you shift and change, as all shifts and changes. And again, allowing that to be. And until next time, as Blair loves to say, and we highly encourage you to do so. Until next time, friends, stay curious.